Golta, we know that in Montana there's a lot of hunters, a lot of gun enthusiasts, so you might as well shop local when you're looking for your next firearm or accessory, huh?
Selway Armory, they got the best prices around and the best service you'll find anywhere. As the guys over there will tell you, shop with Selway Armory for a year. We guarantee you'll save some money.
The other thing is they have great knowledge. There's a lot of questions that people have about the right styles and types to suit them and what it is that they're trying to do, and all the guys over at Selway Armory know their firearms and ammunition and accessories inside and out.
With locations in both Missoula and Bozeman, Selway Armory has some specialty products as well, including full Sig Sauer inventory for your best in handguns and much, much more.
Like Coulter said, 2 brick-and-mortar locations, one in Missoula, one in Bozeman, and also online, tremendous inventory there. They'll ship everything you want, selwayarmory.com.
All right. Good day for them, bad day for us, certainly. They beat us in all 3 phases, and they played really well. They gave us some stuff we didn't expect and capitalized on it. We did not play well in any of the 3 parts of the game, and it's a bad day to do that. Certainly, this game has import. It's important to us as well, and feel bad that we had a bad performance, and ultimately that goes on me. I failed getting our team ready to go today. So, I've coached in this game. I've been around it a long time. I don't know if I knew the answer to why. Certainly, we wouldn't have had that kind of performance, but I got to do a better job. Obviously, this is you see the reaction at the end of the game here in the stadium. This game's everything to them. Their sole focus is to beat us. Maybe we need to start doing that ourselves. So, I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's where I'm failing. So, good job by them. I'm glad both teams are in the playoffs. I'll be interested to see how that all comes out tomorrow. But, we just got to simmer in this one for 24 hours, and then we got to get on to the next one. So, questions?
What were the things they did that you guys didn't expect?
Yeah, just some of the personnel groups. The run game was a run game, but they gave us some personnel things, Frank, that we weren't expecting. And then, we didn't know Troy wasn't going to play till last night. And we spent all week working on him. That didn't help us, but, that's sort of me making an excuse, but that's a fact.
The way the game started with the fumble, and then they capitalize, and then they get up 10-0. How much of that?
Yeah, so a couple things. I didn't have a chance to look at this really. I did catch a glance of it walking in the door, but so the fumble on the first play there, then we kind of got them stopped, and then they got us on the reverse to score the touchdown when we kind of had them potentially stopped, and we didn't. If you hold them to 3 there, so we got down and kind of got us out of our plan a little bit, which would involve running it a little bit more than we ended up doing. Had some good runs, got called back. That didn't help. So, just kind of the way the game didn't play out in our favor in any form or fashion. And part of that's us not doing a good job, and part of that's them doing a really good job.
It seemed like the environment was a little bit big for Montana early in this game, and then there's some jitters in that. Did you sense that?
I did a little bit, but it was, I wouldn't say for Montana. That's not what I would say. I would say for some of our young guys and guys that had not played in this game. Our old guys were above it. I do think that everybody's got guys out this time of year. We have a significant number of guys that have played in this game that weren't, and there were a lot of guys in marquee roles playing a lot of plays that had never played in it, and I would say that some of that happened. They didn't respond particularly well, and again, that ultimately comes back on me not having them ready to do it.
Not having Troy Anderson, did that force you to have to change things on the fly, or did you just kind of go with what you had planned to do?
I think it's more about practice time, Greg. They have certain things they do with Troy, and obviously to stop their offense, we had to spend a lot of practice time on that. So we probably didn't get enough work on the stuff we saw today, if that makes sense.
You scored on 2 straight possessions near the end of the second quarter, and then looked like the offense had it figured out, but couldn't quite figure it out again in the third quarter. What kind of changed?
I think it's a lot of it on both sides. Maybe flipped the script. First half, they really controlled the line of scrimmage with their offensive line. We did not hold up very well there, and then on the other side, in the second half, I think they had more success against our offensive line than they did in the first. So I don't know. I'll have to watch the film of that, but I think the game starts up front, and they won up front today.
When the season isn't over, there's still a lot of football to be played. Like, what's kind of the message to the team to move forward?
The message to the team was we got to play better in this game. That was it.
Would you say this is your least favorite rivalry game you've played in so far, these guys, or coach?
You mean USC, UCLA, or this one, or we're in Washington? So
Like this
the
game?
Grizzlies and the Bobcats. I like this game. I mean, I've been around it I don't want to give away how old I am, but I've been around it for a long time. So I like this game. I like it better when we win it.
If you were able to make a case to the selection committee about why you guys should be seated, what would you tell them?
Well, they'll know. I mean, they know it's not one game. I mean, they know. We've been a pretty dominant football team this year, so we'll see what they think.
Within the context of the program in general, what is the outcome of this game being going forward in general, both this year and future?
We were 0-1 this week is what that means going forward.
You had mentioned that you felt like you didn't prepare your team enough. So, I mean, from their sideline, what do you think Coach Cho does well, just generally speaking, and, for this game specifically?
I don't know. I don't get to go to any of their practices or meetings. If he invites me in, I'd be glad to come. But, like I said, we coached in this thing a whole bunch of times and played really well in it a few times. I mean, hell, last year we played over our head. We weren't a very good football team. Should have won that one last year, gone away, didn't. But, today we got our tail kicked. So every team's different. The chemistry on every team's different. How they should prepare for the game is different. Week in, week out, year in, year out. This game is unique in terms of preparation just because of the attention it gets from everybody that our players know. But, we'll try something else next year. Basically it's, I don't know, that might all be BS too. We just got to go play better.
Anybody else?
You get me now, you're not going to have me for a while.
You guys have overcome some slow starts in other games this year to win lopsided. Were you, I don't want to say confident, but were you kind of expecting to?
Certainly expecting to come back. I mean, we've done it numerous times. It's not been an issue, but to do it, you have to. And we stopped them. Our defense actually played better the second half. We had our chances, and we didn't make the plays. And if you're going to come back, you need first stops on defense, and then you got to make plays on offense. And we got some of those stops in the third quarter, certainly. And then we didn't make the plays we needed to. We made a couple to get ourselves going, and then we didn't complete drives. So got to finish, and we didn't.
They seemed to get a lot of hands on balls in the passing game. Was there something that they did that was especially disruptive?
I'll have to look at that. No, I would say especially disruptive, no. They played a little too deep zone on us that we didn't expect or see as much of as we saw today, which is a good pass coverage if you play it right, and they did. But beyond that, it's more about the kids in the game making plays and on one side, and the kids in the game on the other side not doing it. And so, as I mentioned earlier, I got to get our kids to make those plays.
I'm sure your kids are disappointed. So how do you not let this become too big of a thing and move past it?
Oh, it'll be a big thing. We won't be moving past it. So
Resetting the mindset for the playoffs, though.
it'll be hard to do.
Anything else?
I can tell you we're going to be just great next week. We won't be.
Have your thoughts on the rivalry and the competitiveness of the Big Sky changed with this time
No.
around?
We got to get better. We're close. Been pretty dang good.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Go Griz.